443
All
Ball
right.
Talk. Moosie, let's kick it
Welcome
off.
back again. 443 Ball Talk. You know the thing already, know it. What we say, we're not doing a small talk, and we're there back again with Shauna, aka Art at the Out. And before we even go in the introduction, Shauna, I just want to say shout out to 876 Water because I eat my drink to stay hydrated. Because when Man United that stressed me out,
It
876
saved your
Water.
life. Yeah, right? Shout out to
Listen,
876 Water. Yeah, big up.
listen, even while in America, yes, 876 Water is the way to go. We don't drink this American water. Straight from the spring of Jamaica, we are drinking. Anyway,
Mhm.
Shauna, welcome back for another episode of 443 Ball Talk. You know, we're not waiting much longer. Going night and make we know how things look this past week of things in your football world. Tell you what, one.
Well, it was a very miserable week, not only in football, but basketball, NFL, and the big game of Saturday was the Newcastle Arsenal game, and we all saw how it ended. I mean, I've gotten over it, Moosie, but it rubbed me the wrong way. It really, really rubbed me the wrong way. Normally, normally me's not a person with a ball about cars and ref and them something there on social media, but it wasn't a good weekend, but to the kind of make up for it sports wise.
So, Shauna,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Seeing as though you just passed the baton off to me without handing it to me, let me just snatch it from you real quick. I'm going to just say, right? Karma is real. I'm just gonna say that. Karma is real because all weekend, Mr. Moosie here, Moosie 443, been making fun of Arsenal fans. And I created this thing now where I said, cry some more.
Cry.
Dry
Yeah.
your tears. Don't ball to me.
Don't ball to me. Are you me get that from, Are you me get that from?
Exactly. But Shauna, don't ball to me. Because guess what? Even though, I'm gonna say this. Everybody should already know how I feel about VAR. If you ask me, VAR is definitely ruining the game. For the simple fact, it's humans behind VAR, right? You see what I say? And a lot of times, when them stop the game, when you stop and watch things in slow motion, and when you watch these plays in slow motion, and fans of the game that understand football watch over these clips, the same clips where the VAR man I watch, the same clip where the referee go up on the sideline go watch. We are all seeing it, and then when you watch it and see all of the errors that were made initially, because and everything the referee will catch with the naked eye. So yes, they introduced VAR, right? But when you go to the camera and then you have somebody view it somewhere else, the same. Sometimes they're not showing everything what they must say, but we're seeing the actual plays, right? And when you view it, and then you see the decision that they make, sometimes it's very insulting. It makes it seem like say, you see that we are got crazy, or we're blind, or they must see something else. And I can understand why people are frustrated because it would seem like what you call corruption, or they have agenda against certain teams. Because if you notice, certain teams get all the calls, and one week them call this, then next week them don't call it for certain teams.
Yeah.
You don't have to, my problem with VAR is, yes, with sports, when people are making decisions, there are going to be errors. My thing is, you cannot flip flop. You can't call it one week, then the next week you don't call it. You call it for this team, they don't call it for that team. It should be a level playing field.
I agree, Moosie.
But what may I say to Shauna, when it is clear as day that the ball may have gone outside, let's say a piece of the ball stay in, right? That's just one.
That wasn't my problem with the game, Moosie. That wasn't my problem. Even the ball going, because as I said, angles can be very deceiving. It might look up on one picture, but in reality, is the ball is curved. So unless we see like overhead, we're not gonna see the true picture.
When them actually use the technology, it showed that the ball was actually in play. Fine, that's one part, right? But then you have the possibility of the player being offside, which it was. Then, excuse me, viewers and listeners. Then you have a push in the back, right? Clearly, two hands
You know, the
Joe
man neck
Linton have
back,
two hands
yeah.
on Gabriel back, right? And then even after the push, he handled the ball to get
Crazy.
an unfair advantage, right? So it's three different reasons why that play should have been called back. You view that play for almost 5 minutes and still get the decision wrong. It messed up. But for banter purposes, I found it funny. But in reality, it's not funny. It's not funny because guess what? What's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Gander,
And
yeah.
like I said, all who laugh last laugh the best because guess what? I had to end up dealing with some controversial calls
Yeah.
today, but I just wanted them thing there. But
you know,
the
Moosie.
worst part about it, the
No,
worst
me I
part about
say,
it,
go ahead.
the worst part about it, it seemed as though VAR created a lot of controversy last season, but it is worse this season.
Yeah,
It
I
is like
agree.
it not improved. It is not too many. Premier League Referee Association has had to offer too many apologies to teams.
Yeah.
Too many times they make mistake over and over. But me gonna make, even though despite Arsenal losing by a controversial call, I'm gonna go out on the limb and say this, Shauna, for it to be a high profile game, I felt as though even though you didn't have your talisman, your skipper, Odegaard in the lineup, I felt as though apart from Rice and
Apart from
your
the back
centre back,
line. Yeah.
backline, the defense played
Yeah.
well. Apart from the Rice and the defense, nobody else showed up for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
like honestly, Moosie, me I watched the game and we front four just never did a click. Like the front three,
It
yeah,
didn't offer much.
yeah,
And that's what
they
I'm
look
telling
lackadaisical. They look tired. You know, like when you're just coming from a party all night. I
and
mean,
you're gonna try to kick some ball. Yes.
yeah,
But never said it.
yeah,
Newcastle at home with that crowd support they're very hard to beat. But the type of football we expect from Arsenal, like I said, Arsenal have not been consistent in recent weeks to begin the season, but they're grinding out and getting results, something that Arsenal are not used to. But I still expected a better performance from Arsenal because Newcastle were missing a few players also. And I expected Arsenal to play their regular style of football, come out attacking and bring the game to Newcastle and try to take the crowd out of the game. I didn't see any of that. And a point would have been a fair result for Arsenal.
Oh, definitely.
It's just unfortunate that the referee and VAR decide to say, you know what? Arsenal now left here with today.
Yeah.
But
the thing
the truth is, if Newcastle did score a legit goal, they would have been deserved winners because, in my opinion, they were the better team. They played with the but I believe so. In my opinion, you can't say what you have to say. I felt like Newcastle were the better team. Shana, how much did they take on target? How much say them keeper make? They had the better, they had more chances than you did. You just said it. You offered nothing in attack. So you can't really say, right?
Honestly, Moosie, I thought the game was pretty even out. I thought the game was pretty even, yeah. I thought it was. We attack, they attack. I mean, we didn't really create much, but you know, we were enjoying possession a lot and stuff. And even after their goal, what did they do after the goal? They didn't do anything. We had them back down.
Miss Arteta out. I think some of the 876 water a little bit there. Shana, only never have no end product. All you do, and knock it and knock it and knock it and knock. Only now, not penetrative at all. Only never that penetrate them defense at all. Nothing at all.
Really have none neither.
Eh?
That's why I never really have none neither. That's why I'm saying it was
Shana,
to me up until that point
what?
it was pretty even.
All right, hold on, Shana. I'm gonna give you the mic in a second. I'm never say this. You see, the keeper they good. All of this wouldn't even happen with the controversial goal.
I agree.
Miss.
He fumbled. He messed up.
Anyway, we're not no more Arsenal, but look, Shana. Cry some more. Cry some more. All right, go ahead. So what you have to say? Yeah, listen to you. Me say what you have to say.
Yeah, what me I say, you know, even though we're front three, front four, never really look up to it, you know. We did a miss obviously to our best player them in the front four as well, Odegaard, Gabriel, Jesus, but like wingers them, Martinelli, Saka, they just never look up to it. We not even have nothing to say about Nketiah. He is him. You just
Right.
You just don't expect nothing from him. I mean, if him score, you say, all right, cool, thanks. But especially in a high intensity, bigger matchups, you don't really expect nothing from Nketiah. But yeah,
Right.
we just never really look like the Arsenal of at least last year. Or some games will look good, some games will look kind of lackadaisical. But
Right.
shout
And that
out
was one of them.
to Rice. I mean, we're what now, in almost in December. Well, sorry, mid-November, and he has hardly put a foot wrong. Hardly. I mean, you
That
can
is.
comfortably say that Rice has been our best player this season. And the
Oh no, no.
defense, Saliba. Hmm?
All right. I would give it to Saliba because he plays consistently every minute for Arsenal. A few games in the initial beginning of the season, you could tell Rice is still finding feet, but after like after the third game or so,
Yeah,
he's been. It's
that's
like a
fair.
perfect fit. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to honestly, Shana, me I wonder how would I manage this season if we never have it Rice
Cause look,
because
the
trust
guy
me, true.
number five party is out. He has from we signed him. You realize he hardly keeps fit. I mean, he'll give you a couple games and then him gone injured. So hopefully we can hurry up and replace him. But
Right,
yeah, as you said, I mean, when the first time I heard that they were going to introduce VAR, to football, I'm like, yeah, this can be a good thing, because before VAR, there has been a lot of um bad calls that are missed and stuff. So VAR was introduced, to bring a more fairness to the game. Because enough
right.
time I see beer offside goal, penalty not scored. So this should have been a good thing. But for the past while, how long now VAR is in Premier League? What, like 3 years now? Or something, not
About
even
3 4
remember.
years now. Yeah,
Yeah,
about 3 years.
and
About 3 years.
yeah, I mean, and as you said earlier, it doesn't feel like, it's helping the game because of the inconsistency week after week. Because this cannot be called a penalty this week and then next week it's not a penalty. Or
Right.
this can't be called a red card this week, next week it's not a red card. It's ridiculous. So if right now if they say, you know what, we're gonna scrap VAR, I'll be like, okay, it's whatever.
Yeah. All right, Shana. I mean, I know it kind of hurt because of the first game when they lose this season, and it kind of
Yeah.
messed up the way when they lose the game. Nobody know.
Yeah.
See, for me, I don't mind losing, but losing under those circumstances, I would
Yeah,
have a major
exactly. That
problem
that
with it.
that that's what kind of we hadn't lost a game all season. So to lose
Right,
when there were so many factors, that goal should not have counted. As you say, who keeper should have done better, but
right.
after the
The
play, I mean there are
referee had to let him
obvious
job. The
errors.
referee them should have done job.
Yeah, obvious errors. So, we just have to move on and kick
On to the
on.
next.
Kick on, yeah.
Right. All right. Anyway, so cry some more. Anyway, speaking of which, I've been crying. I've been crying a lot lately.
And I've
Not
been
physical
drinking.
tears, but crying on the inside because every time it seemed like my team take 10 steps forward, we take a
Hmm.
100 back. We played this past weekend, coming off back to back 3-0 losses to Man City and Newcastle. So the Ten Hag out folks were out in full force this weekend, and we went to Craven Cottage to play Fulham. It was one of them games that were another mid performance,
Hmm.
nothing special from United. It was a very scrappy game. Like both teams were, I wouldn't say it wasn't as exciting as the Newcastle Arsenal game, but both teams would attack each other in spurts. But then it seems like once we got to the final third, both teams seemed like they were confused. They didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? And then at one point in time in the second half, for about like I say about a 4 to 5 minute period, Fulham had Man United under siege. Shout out to Onana. Onana kept us in the game.
Yeah.
He made like 3 6 back to back and kept us in the game. And later on in the injury time, Bruno, who was playing ghost the entire game, came up trumps and found the winner. I mean, I must say it scored, but I felt as though the keeper could have done better. But Hey,
Yeah.
me not complain. My team
You're
got
not
3 points.
complaining. Yeah.
No, I'll take that 3 points all day long because guess what? 3 points, like I always say, a ugly
Pretty.
performance, a win
Yeah.
over a pretty
Yep.
champion football. Give me that any day, all right? And
Any day of the week.
I'm going to just say this. We didn't play our best, but given the circumstances, playing away from home, going to London and getting 3 points after losing back-to-back games 3-0, keeping a clean sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm going to tell people all the time, there's no free points in the English Premier League. So the fact that we get the opportunity, we're going to beat Fulham. Fulham are one of the stronger mid-table team them right now. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
careful playing them because them take points off of Arsenal this season. I must say that. Yeah, I had to bring that up. So going to Craven Cottage and getting 3 points, I am super duper grateful. I know Sean, I know you watched the game because he was online talking a lot of shit. What did you think about
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, as you said, the performance was not good. I mean, I can't wait for the day we'll come up on the podcast and you say, "Oh my God, my team had a good performance." Moosie, and keep in my prayers, cause I can't remember the last time you come and you say, "Yo, what a strong performance." No, but yeah, I mean, I guess you guys got really fortunate, in the added time, because
Sometimes you need
it look,
fortune.
it look, it look. At one point, as I said, Fulham did a pressure, and stuff. I mean, I say, look, like Fulham can probably, kick out in the teeth in the 80th minute, but good for Captain Bruno find a
Yeah,
nice little goal and stuff.
yes,
But
most definitely.
honestly, I mean, as you said, Fulham took a point off of us. You can't take them for granted, especially at Craven Cottage. But you know,
Mhm.
I think Manu can do. I mean, I know you guys have injuries, but you guys can do so much better than what I'm seeing. It just
Absolutely.
looks like it's just a bunch of individuals on the field and not like a team like playing together and stuff.
It makes you wonder what they're doing on the training ground, right?
Exactly. I mean, it just looks like it's a bunch of individuals just doing their own thing, hoping to create a moment of excellence. You guys don't look in sync at all.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of which, on Saturday, Man City, I mean, they end up taking when they went top on Saturday, they smashed Bournemouth 6-1.
Six
You know what I
one.
mean? And little kid, the Belgian kid Doku had 4 assists and a goal,
Wow.
like a big performance. So shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Man City, my nice neighbors. You know when I
Yeah.
like you know, but
Do
we do to see
By the
that.
way,
Yeah,
did
we
you
get
know of this Doku kid before he came to City? Cause I think
yes,
I
he
may
was.
have seen.
I saw him. I saw him. A few. He did at the World Cup. He played a few. He played a few minutes at the World Cup. So I was
Mm-hmm.
aware of him, but I didn't know he was this good.
Yeah,
But you
I
know
mean,
what?
why
You know
does
what
Man
they did?
City? Man City.
Yeah, but
How did he do
Man City,
it?
Man City, good at have some of the best scouts. Wish we
Yeah,
had that at
my
Man United.
God, I am so jealous.
Listen, Ghana, but we not give Man City too much big up, because them are do what them supposed to do. Unlike our team that will drop points every other week.
Mm-hmm.
I must say this though. Shout out to Luton.
Mm-hmm.
Luton. Shout out to Luton. On Sunday, Luton was at home to Liverpool. We
To
claimed them
Liverpool.
as title contenders. And it had to take for him to come back around to them referee again. I was watching the game, Sean. I know you was watching the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire second half. Luton played good first half, played good second half. Them held them on. Them limit Liverpool to a few chances. Of course, Liverpool created chances because Liverpool always going to create chances, right?
Always.
But Liverpool were never really, not pan talking, not real threatening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Luton take the lead.
Yeah, and I'm like,
At
who?
the 80th minute. So like 10 minutes to go. And I'll say it no. I message
Mm-hmm.
Shauna like, yo, Shauna. Shauna say,
Yeah.
yo, man,
Me
them
nah
have
say
to hold
nothing. Me say it, Me say me not say
on.
nothing.
For so what that. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
confused as to why this referee found that it was okay to play 8 minutes of injury time. Shauna,
Mm-hmm.
you watch the same second half.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on in that game that
Nothing.
warranted 8 minutes of injury time.
Yeah, I blame
We
the World
never
Cup for all of
see
this, I blame the
memory of
World Cup for. Yeah, I blame the World Cup
man.
for all of this.
And then hold on, let's the worst part. Liverpool end up equalizing at like around the 95th minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be 8 minutes. They end up playing 10 minutes because it's like after Liverpool score, Liverpool have Luton under siege. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like them there try play the game till Liverpool find a winner. Bruh, I know they are small teams, but some of these small teams work hard to get to the Premier League. Don't cheat them. Please don't
Yeah.
cheat them. Them actually try them best. But for Liverpool, for me claim them a title contenders, this would I'm a fire like a shot. A draw is a L. Hey,
A draw is
Train.
a L. Arsenal
Sean,
and Liverpool are the same number of points this weekend. 0. Draw is
zero.
a L. Yeah.
Jeff is hey, yo, Train, you're going to beat the ball, please, but we
We're
had
gonna
to.
beat you, but don't worry, man. Your time I come train. Your
Hey,
time I
your
come,
time has
yeah?
come.
Yeah.
Shauna, it is Train has been a nuisance lately.
Yes,
But
she
when
has.
time come, like earlier, she messaged me about Champions League. I said, hear me out. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow are you ready? And
Mm-hmm.
we're not discussing football on Thursday. You don't even in a football conversation with me until tomorrow. But shout out to Luton getting that point, and a Man United them a play next, so I don't know which
Oh,
Luton I'm
then
gonna
kick
show for
out in the
you.
teeth.
Yeah, hey, hopefully we can get them points. Another big shock of the weekend. If I was a gambling person, I would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
Nottingham Forest beat Aston Villa 2-0. I
Mm-hmm.
never saw that result coming, but that was a
Yeah.
big victory for Nottingham Forest because, as you can tell, Aston Villa is one of the teams where we can say, not necessarily top 4, but
No.
they are one of the teams that are contending for a European spot. And they
Yep.
look good under Unai Emery.
Especially at
So
home.
at home. So we're gonna do a little drum roll because after Arsenal lost on Saturday, there was only one team left. Only one team left that was undefeated, and that is Arsenal,
Biggest
North London
rivals.
rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. So you know, say Monday I was actually supposed to work. It's so up that I didn't, and I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I get to see that. This is like after the Newcastle
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal, this should be the game of the weekend. It's a London derby.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I try to turn the corner, and Tottenham, I try to show say them belong amongst the big boys. I try to extend them, take back the lead from Man City. Shauna, speaking of which, we spoke about it earlier. We started off talking about all the controversy with VAR. VAR played a major role in this game. How much goal them call off? They call
I
off
think it
like
was 5. Yeah, I think it
5.
was like 5 goals.
Listen, I wouldn't say the game was one of the better games, but Tottenham came out the blocks fast, scored early. But it seemed like even though they came out early, something wasn't clicking for them. And it's somehow Chelsea got back into the game because Arsenal call name. Tottenham defender Romero, the Argentinian, lost in Dago mind. Should have been sent
Mm-hmm.
off twice if you ask me.
Twice. Mm-hmm.
2 reckless challenges, unnecessary. Gave away a PK. Chelsea scored from the initial PK. Then in the second half, halftime it was 1-1. Then in the second half, it was 1-1. Then the left back, the young kid, Italian kid, ended up getting a second yellow card. So Tottenham went down to 9 players, Shauna. 9
Yes.
players. Let me tell you this. Tottenham go down to 9 players and they were still hanging in there. They actually scored with the 9 players for
Yeah.
it to be chalked up again by VAR. I'm going to say this, right? Chelsea end up winning the game with a hat-trick from Jackson, right? Hear me out. I'm not going to make it talk. It's probably the most unimpressive 4-1 victory I've ever seen in my football life and the most unimpressive hat-trick I've ever seen a baller score. Despite Tottenham winning streak coming to an end finally to at home to Chelsea, it was not impressive at all. But at the end of the day, Chelsea fans, don't really care what anybody wants to say. Only get the 3 points, and that's all that matters. And I must say, I was not impressed. I'm still not impressed by Chelsea. And Chelsea, you play City this weekend. If you really want to gloat and brag about your win today, let me see how you do against the league leaders on Sunday. But Sean, what you have to say about the Tottenham Chelsea game? Because we know your rivals
Well,
and
yeah,
Chelsea your rivals too. So what you have to say?
but I must say that was one of the worst games I ever watched in my life. To reality, I'm not lie to you. I mean, I was at work, in front of the computer. I said, alright, I have some time for kill. I watch it in a minute. I see Tottenham come in, them strike first. I say, oh, it's gonna be a long day for Chelsea. And then I realized that, it's like the referees were trying to keep Tottenham in it because there were some very blatant miscalls, like red
Yes.
cards, yellow card. I'm like, the hell is happening here? I mean, what, you want Tottenham to go undefeated or something? Please. Because even
Please.
if Tottenham did win Chelsea, they're not going undefeated.
We already knew
Hell
that.
no. Yeah, but the game was, I mean, kudos to Chelsea, for still, trying to get into position. That's one thing I like with Chelsea, even though they're having a really bad season. They
Mhm.
still attack. They still get into positions, good scoring positions and stuff. They just don't have the finishers.
They don't have the quality
So
finishers.
yeah, so because they get into these spots, one of these situations end up with what's his name, Ramiro,
Mm-hmm.
jump diving recklessly. I mean, even though he got the ball, the power behind it was very reckless. Why are you doing that at that right there? I mean, come on.
Shana, I can stop you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Romero actually won the ball
Yeah.
and followed through for no reason at all in the
Yeah.
box. Him
They,
should get them should give him an extra 3 game. Like, bruh,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? I mean, come on, man. Why are you going down with that much power? And you won, especially you won. Come on. Anyways, I don't care because I really wanted a draw or Chelsea win because you don't want Tottenham,
Run away.
running away from especially us because if they had won, they'd be like what 5 points ahead of us. So
Right.
that was a good result for us. But the game, my God, when Tottenham got the second red card, the game got worse because normally when a team is playing against 9 men, it's usually the floodgates open.
Absolutely.
Chelsea actually looked worse with 11 men versus
Shana,
9 men.
can I say something real quick? What you
Sure.
thought? One point in time, I felt like at Chelsea they play with the 9 man.
Yeah, man,
That's how bad they play.
it was so bad. I mean, their attackers were. I mean, Tottenham was playing this super high line, trying to do the whole offside trap, and they kept falling for it. I mean, it was, if I was a Chelsea fan, Moosie, I would be so frustrated watching that. But as you said, at the end of the day,
They won.
they eventually got it right, and they
Mm-hmm.
got the 3 points. But I'm not gonna lie, I was embarrassed for Chelsea. I mean, Tottenham, even though most of the game, Chelsea after the red card, the two red cards, Chelsea had most of the position, but they still just weren't doing anything with it.
Not at all.
And yeah, and Tottenham were getting goal scoring opportunities too. But man, that
Yeah.
was a ugly game, and that was one of the worst hat tricks ever.
Yes.
That was
But
one of the worst. I'm sorry, big up Jackson. I mean, everybody watch Nicholas Jackson as to say he's very low on confidence, and
he needs
his
to get
finishing has been very bad. But maybe, who knows? Maybe that will kickstart this season and stuff. But that game reeked. My God.
all right, Sean, I'm never say this though. Just to piggyback on what you said, Tottenham might be heading for a look of rut because they
Mm-hmm.
lost their starting centre back through injury. And then they know Romero also got a red card. And then
Mm-hmm.
Madison, they're one of their
Yeah.
better players this season, had an injury, had to go off injured too. So we don't wish bad upon people. I wish those players a speedy recovery because I like to see all the good players playing so the
Yeah.
league can be more competitive,
And no
right? And
excuses
also
from the
sometimes,
fans.
yeah, I mean, and then sometimes when players go out injured, it's an opportunity for some of the fringe players to come met them names. So I mean, it's somebody's blessing at the end of the day. But I wish all those players that got injured for Tottenham, I wish them a speedy recovery because they were off to a good start. And I respect the coach for sticking to him guns and Even though them up with 9 players, he never tried tweaking formation. Him say we are rolling the punch the same way.
Yeah.
Speaking of with Shauna, we had another London derby, Brentford. I'm not sure if you know, but it's now 14 games. Brentford are undefeated in London games since they came to the Premier League. 14 games undefeated. Them and West Ham had a 5-goal thriller. It ended up finishing 3-2 to Brentford. And kudos, somebody that both Man United and Arsenal was linked with, scored a wonder goal. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I know me and Shauna see it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, please go check that out. That he scored a worldie. Burnley, Shauna. We played Burnley this weekend. They lost again. They lost to Crystal Palace at home. It would be fair to say you guys have the opportunity to put the final nail in the coffin. I know it's never easy transitioning from the Championship to the Premier League. It's definitely a level up from the Championship quality, but there's no way Vincent Kompany did so well in the Championship and is struggling so bad in the English Premier League. Maybe he's just can't hack it at this level. Maybe Championship is his level. I hope you guys send him back to where he belongs.
Oh yeah, he's going right back down.
And shout out to Sheffield. Sheffield actually, one of the teams dead and buried.
Finally got one.
Finally win a game this season. Then win off on last minute. Shauna, remember we were talking about VAR? It was a controversial call also. It wasn't a PK, but hey, VAR say a PK. You give somebody a gift for Christmas, them now go tell you know them not want it. So Sheffield get an early Christmas gift and it put them ahead. And them end up beating Wolves. Everton and Brighton played at Goodison Park. Surprisingly, I thought Brighton would have beat them, but
dominated them
to get a 1-1 draw. All right, Shauna, enough for the Premier League. We're gonna move on to the Big Boys League, and like I said, Trine, that one here for you. We'll talk about Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll talk about Champions League.
Tomorrow for you.
On Thursday. So we're gonna go into it. Yesterday we had Man City, of course, them are cruise as usual. 18 games unbeaten in Europe. First English team to have that record. So shout out to them. Yesterday, after all of the huffing and puffing and the dirty sneak playing, Newcastle. They might move like Old Castle because they got humbled at Dortmund. 2-0 yesterday. And they went from leading the group of death to being bottom of the group of death.
Yeah.
And at this moment, it's fair to say they might be heading out because it don't look good at all. They have to win their next game at home. And I believe they might play PSG. They might play next?
A PSG?
It might be PSG.
Yeah.
It might be PSG.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Them up here, yeah.
They might PSG or AC Milan. They might PSG or AC Milan the last 2 games. And they have to get at least 4 points to advance, or at least enough points to stay in Europe and go to Europa League. All right, let's fast forward to Wednesday's games. Of course, we're going to cover in the English teams. Arsenal ran out. I would say easy 2-0 winners over Sevilla at the Emirates today with goals from Trossard and
Starboy.
Boy, Saka. Yeah, I like Saka. Saka is a very likable player. I like Saka. So shout out to Arsenal, Arsenal are cruise in them Champions League. Like I previously said on 443 Ball Talk, Arsenal is the team that I expected to pull a surprise this Champions League, but then they kind of let me know when they lost to Lens. But let's see if them can hold on and finish atop the group. All right, moving forward. Of course, Manchester United went to Copenhagen to secure a victory that could put them in a position to finish second in the group, because obviously Bayern Munich, they beat Galatasaray today and 2-0, and they have 4 wins in the group, which gives them 12 points. Man United started off to like Shauna today was I know you mentioned earlier a long time in a company from the season start and say Man United had a good performance. Shauna, I was not upset with my team today. Yeah, we made some errors, but today was the best I've seen us play this season. Last season we had some good performance, but this season, this is the best we played. We went up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
2-0. We had Copenhagen down 2-0. And again, it's controversial. If for somebody that plays football and understands football, Rashford was sent off. But if you understand the game, you know that the play that led to Rashford being red carded is borderline. Like, if you understand the game, you could easily have given him a yellow card because you could tell that he was merely trying to protect the ball. And then after, they must say it's an elbow. But when you look at the elbow, his hand didn't even go nowhere. It went close to the guy's face, but it's in like full motion. You're trying to protect the ball with your leg, and you're using your arm to protect yourself also. Rashford got a red card. I know I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Ten Hag should have tweaked his tactics." When we were up 2-0 and we went down to 10 players. They would say Ten Hag should have tweaked his tactics and went more defensive. But I'm gonna tell you this, Shauna, and I've learned this with football fans. When something goes left, when a coach don't make a decision, they all jump on the coach. But you see the coach make that decision that they wouldn't want. Because sometimes you see when a coach in a bad light, like him have a bad run, it doesn't matter what decision he makes, the fans are gonna be overcritical of that decision, right? And I hear fans were saying Ten Hag should have went defensive, or him should have parked the bus. Shauna, if you watch that game, even with the 10 players, we were still dominant. We had more possession. We still had more possession with 10 players. So there was no need for us to go defensive. You know what? You know what was our downfall today? We made schoolboy errors. Players making stupid errors. We gave away a PK. Players fell asleep. Another controversial call could have been made because the first goal, one of the attackers from Copenhagen was in the line of Onana's side. That could have been called offside. But like I said, one thing I'm gonna say to you, Shauna, I'm not trying to get no pity out with the calls because the game is the game, right? But my issue is some week them make certain calls, and I notice whenever Man United score a goal, it's like Man United players them can't even celebrate. Shauna, we can't even celebrate because them have to scrutinize on, oh, VAR is taking a look, this and that. I don't like it. But I'm going to say this. I know my striker has been struggling in the league. I wouldn't say struggling. He's been starved of proper service in the league. Rasmus Højlund. I came on here and I said I liked him. I liked everything about him. I like him whole of play. I like him energy. You can tell him hungry, and he will do well with the proper service. He scored 2 again today. And, you know, sometimes even when things don't look good, you have to look for the bright points of the game. Rasmus Højlund was good. And Garnacho was also good. Wan-Bissaka was okay until he made a mistake in the second half. But I'm going to say this, Shauna. I know, you know how sports is. No matter how good you play, if you don't get the 3 points, people are always going to find a way to point the fingers at the coach. When the team wins, the players are going to get all the accolades, right? But when the team falls short, the finger's going to be pointed at the coach. For me, I'm not going to blame the coach today. People can say what they want to say. Oh, should I tweak the tactics, this and that. It's kind of unfortunate, the circumstance that we lost, but it's like history always repeating itself. The errors that we're making, those cannot be excused. And, you know, last week I was saying to a friend of mine, I was starting to question Ten Hag's decision making about why is he starting Evans over Varane, a World Cup winner. Shauna, Evans got injured today in the first half. And Varane had to come on to replace him. And I can tell you, today showed why the coach is benching Varane, a World Cup winner, over Evans, who is older and can hardly move around than a more younger Varane. Varane's attitude towards the game sucks. His body language sucks. His decision-making sucks. Just everything overall about him today was horrible. And it makes sense. The sooner we get rid of him, the better Man United going to be. I'm going to tell you this. As much as Maguire have much better attitude. Maguire actually played decent today. And unfortunately, we go up the game. When we up 2-0, them come tie the game. It was 2-2 half time. Second half, we end up getting a controversial penalty. It could have went either way. But if you ask me, I'm gonna be honest with you, Sean, you know, I'm not gonna lie on 4-for-3 ball talk. I felt as though that penalty we get was a makeup call for the error they're making at the first half, right? We get a penalty. Bruno Fernandes scored a beautiful PK. We're up 3-2. We are cruise. We get another chance. Could I win a 4-2? Bruno make a bad pass. It never work out. Then here comes the defensive errors. Wan-Bissaka make a back pass to Onana. And let him take a shot. It end up go outside for your corner. Them get a corner. Them end up score from it. Dallas asleep. I make them on them score. Then after that, now, 3-all, you can say, well, you're coming from away from home, play with 10 players. A point would be a fair result, right? Them end up throw the game. We lose 4-3. So it's like, now we in a bad spot. But I'm going to be honest with you, Shauna. I know a lot of people may not agree with this. Based on at this stage, if we can't win the 2 games them for advance, I don't want to go Europa League. I don't want to play football on Thursdays. I talk too much shit about football on Thursdays this season already.
That
Yeah, I don't want to end up in football on Thursdays. So we have Galatasaray next at away in the next Champions League game. I know that's going to be a tough game, but
that's gonna be tough.
God go with it. Caminago. But
Yeah.
good luck. Good luck, United. But I was disappointed, but I'm not so disappointed because, Sean, I'm going to tell you this. The performance was good. The performance was good today. And I saw improvement compared to previous games. Like I said, we've been poor. When we play poor, I guess we're not compare from when we come and say we play a good game. Today we actually play good. And it's just disappointing. Rasmus Ireland played such a held the line, held the forward line so good today. And for him to come away with 0 points, it's tough. You know what I mean? And it's a small margin. Simple errors over and over. But
over.
The opposite.
All right. Well, first, big up my team. Very smooth performance today. Sevilla na get a sniff. Big up our wingers. Then Martinelli create hell on the wing for them today. Even though, you know, him never score, but trust me, he was a handful out there. And we don't know Starboy Saka star up the show. Big up Trossard. Midfield was pretty good, especially Georgina. Georgina controlled he had some really nice passes. Control the game deep. And of course, big up Rice. I'm a defender them. Yeah, good control performance, you know. We pressure them, you know. Sevilla never have a sniff at the goal, really. But yeah, I mean, as you know, Manchester United and the Copenhagen match was at the same time. So, you know, only I see bits and pieces and stuff. I say, when I saw that, what's his name, Oiland scored 2 goals, I'm like, okay, Man U right them wrongs and should be a very easy. But as you said earlier, it was a good performance, and honestly, I haven't heard you say that in a while, so it must have been a really good performance for you to say that.
Exactly.
But yeah, my thoughts on the Rashford red card, I thought it was unfortunate, but with the way how the game is being ref right now, that is a red card. Because if you look on how him feet plant down on the man's foot, he could have easily snap it in half and stuff. But yeah, the game changed after that. I thought both penalties were pretty soft, especially the first penalty. I'm like, nah, that shouldn't be a penalty. And then I think they tried to make up for it with you guys' penalty and stuff. But yeah, you guys let the game get away from you, because once Bruno scored the penalty, I thought you guys were just gonna go sit deep and, you know, it was like somewhere in the 70th minute where he scored, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because as I said, I was watching the Arsenal match mostly. So I thought you guys, you know, because how often do you see somebody down a man take the lead in a match, especially a high intensity match? So yeah, I thought that when I saw Bruno score, I'm like, okay, look at Man, you got this in the bag. I get up and I use the ball to my comeback, miss 4-3. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Same time around, go look on the goal and must score. And honestly, Moosie, I mean, I feel it for but I don't feel it for I just want to keep crying and crying and crying and crying, because karma is real. Hey, people, if you don't follow the 2 up on social media, they were down my throat. And now to see them on the timeline crying about VAR and refs, oh my God, it was joy. It was absolute joy. I'm like, cry. Don't bawl to me, cry. cry, yeah. But yeah, we have an issue with, it's not only in the Premier League. We have an issue with VAR, and it's obviously in the Champions League too. I mean, there's just a lack of consistency. Come on, man. We don't have to be reviewing calls for 5-10 minutes. It's right there. The evidence is right in front of you. It should be done in seconds.
Yeah, like what are
But
you
yeah,
looking at? What
yeah,
exactly are you looking at?
yeah. It's just bullshit. But you know, I mean, you guys let that one slip away from you. I'm happy though, because when I think about it too, you shouldn't even have won the last one either versus Copenhagen. You guys are lucky. Onana feels like a keeper now. But yeah, cry man, you fans. I will be here no matter what. Yeah,
All right, Shana. Yes.
yeah.
Hey, but guess what? The only good thing is, me never want to sit up more far or the
Mhm.
referee them. I have no idea wait for me because after we deal with the weekend. But I say
Oh,
go.
you mean, man?
With the Jamaica, all Jamaicans say long run short kid. So
Mhm.
today was my day now. Today me
Yeah.
face my
I have one
judgment.
more thing to say to Moosie. What
Go ahead.
what go on with Tenag and Varan though? I know Varan is, in body language and whatsoever, as you said earlier, but something seems to be going on between them because, he's fit. And then I was very surprised when I saw you starting 11 and I see him on the bench. I'm like, wait, is there some friction going on behind the scenes?
Shauna, earlier, right after the transfer window had closed, there was a rumor that he was with saying that he was linked to go to Saudi
Saudi.
Arabia.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right. Um, so we don't really know much. We can only go by what we see on the
See,
internet.
yeah.
But based on just my observation and just following up stuff with the team, as a coach that's coaching a team that's struggling, and last season your best part of your team was your defense that kept sending clean sheets in the league, and the defender that you would say would be your second best defender, then right? That
Mm-hmm.
should be able to fill somewhat of the void to help keep the team stable until reinforcements come back. It ended up being a situation where I feel as though is Tenag and Varane may have fallen out because of his fitness history. Shauna, him can only play one game a week.
Yeah.
There's no way you're making so much money, you can only play one game a week. So as a coach, where you're under pressure, right? And you realize that him can't stay fit, it's going to be frustrating. So there's going to be friction. And then think about it, Shauna. When you look upon it though, how is it Man United, a club of Man United stature and magnitude, after I rely upon Maguire and Evans as them starting
Johnny
centre halves?
Evans. Yeah, it's ridiculous, right?
That is very that's mid-table. That's mid-table
Trust
quality.
me. Mm-hmm.
Like fighting relegation. You see me I say? So me can understand. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you can tell some of it
Something.
plain view for us to see. Something is going on. Because no matter Shana, even if Vernon have one leg, he's supposed to start over Evans. But the thing is,
I agree.
Evans' attitude is different because you have to remember, say, Evans grew up in the Man United Academy. So even if Evans are gonna give him all because him probably just happy just to be back at Man United. That's when him start him earning professional contract. So him will give him
Mm-hmm.
all. Him bleed red. You see what I say? Varane is a
Yeah.
player who signed from Real Madrid. All him
Mm-hmm.
at this point, him, Casemiro, Dalot, Anthony, Maguire, all of them can go.
Yeah.
We need new
No,
blood.
for real,
They might
no,
get
for
paid too
real,
much money
Moosie. Yeah.
underperform like they do week in, week out. Anthony, him not good, none at all.
Not all. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anthony,
the ice.
not good, none at all.
A scam, one of the biggest scam that in a football. I mean,
Shana,
Tenag.
we're both wrap it up. That's why Ajax are suffer. That's why Ajax are suffer for selling
Mm-hmm.
the man for so much money. That's why them both will get
Mm-hmm.
relegated. I think they'll be get out of it, but yes. But anyway, we're not gonna dwell into that. But something I go on, Shana, and we'll see
We'll see how it play out.
what's gonna how it will turn out. So this upcoming weekend, you are at home to Burnley, and it
Mm-hmm.
might be the final straw in the hat for
Mm-hmm.
Vincent Company
But
to
hey,
put it
Moosie,
down in their heart.
Hey, Moosie, I remember how Burnley was getting a lot of hype on promotion, you
Yo,
know,
yeah,
like,
Shauna,
th-
they were on social media getting social media hype as a
yeah,
championship team and some Premier
yeah.
League teams.
Yes, trust me, there was a lot of hype around Burnley. Like they
Shauna,
were
they
like,
basically promoted them. Shauna, them basically promoted them mid-season.
mm-hmm,
Mid-season, them basically say them a come up. And for them to look so, we want to kick out them team weekend. We want to more Shauna tears, you know. But guess what? Kick out them team. Come on, them want to get
man, I
relegated.
get a whole heap of tears last weekend. We need right now. We can't have Man City and them are run well left for right now.
Yes, so and
I'm
then
here,
we
yeah.
play we
Hey, well, una play what Luton. Luton
look
want
not
kick
to.
out in the teeth.
You want to kick out with it?
Oh yeah, I
That
want
you
some
want
more.
to
I
say.
want some
You're
more.
not gonna say.
I want some more Moosie tears, you know, man. Me not feel like said today was enough. Me need more.
I know me not cry, my team play good. I know me not cry, my team play good. But ball scored 2 goals to them. I'm proud of them.
Hey,
Anyway,
Boosie, one last thing. Me
one
hear
last
ya
thing.
brag on a boast about, oh, you're 6 points behind this. I want you to be 6 points ahead. Stop being behind. Be
Okay.
ahead.
Hey, look. Hey, there is this
Yeah.
saying that I used to say when I used to live in England, right? And it
Mm-hmm.
goes along this line. You're 6 points ahead of me, right? But
Mm-hmm.
make sure you can maintain it. Because
Mm-hmm.
any day you buck your toe,
Mm-hmm.
you're over here in a tears. You're probably in the dark with a record. But
Nah, got tears, man.
no
No
tears?
tears.
All right. It's stay strong.
That's
Anyway,
it, man.
Shauna, like we
Mm-hmm.
always say, shout out to everybody that's watching because everybody's probably looking forward to this one because them know say them probably think say Moosie come over here come shed tears. No, Moosie come over here come drop ball talk. Shout out to the people them where I like and subscribe up the thing, you know. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
We need to share and like and subscribe some more. We need more viewers, you know what I mean? Get the views up. I
Yeah.
want to do this for, you know. We not do it for we alone. We like one the vibes over here, but we are doing it for us. So we need enough to come show the love and give you a strength. Like me always say, follow 443 Ball Top on all social media platforms. And shout out to my co-host as always because win, lose, or draw, they over here
Win,
for gonna
lose, or
vibe.
draw. We not cuss till we sound like we're gonna have heart attack neither. At the end of the day, it's
Exactly.
just sports. We're here to enjoy it. We're here to
Yes.
banter. Don't take it that seriously. Unless you make money from
It's
it.
never personal.
Unless you make
It's never
serious money and your primary income. Nah, it's never that serious. Just enjoy it.
right.
Even when you lose.
Yeah, I just want to say that just to piggyback on that, Shauna. I know us football fans we're passionate about our teams, we love our teams and all this good stuff, but just be mindful.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, these professional players, win, lose, or draw, they get paid. We
Mm-hmm.
don't get paid. We
Yeah.
just love our team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't take it personal. Don't lose your mind. Don't. The woman can't sleep. Don't get
Mm-hmm.
too stressed about it. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. But before we go, shout
Yeah.
out to 876 Water again, the best spring water in Jamaica. So for all my locals that are gonna be tuning into 443 Ball Talk podcast, make sure say when you go on the local store, go grab some 876 Water.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. All right. And
Yeah.
guess what? Back again next week. Hopefully, Man United can come back and come celebrate a 3 points to Man United and laugh off of Arsenal and laugh off of Liverpool, laugh off of Chelsea. You know, Chelsea and Man City are play weekend, but which the two of them could have lose. But
Our
anyway,
Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday them a play.
All
And they are the
right.
big Super Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, love and love alone, you know.
Love
Thanks
and
again
love
for
alone. Big
tuning
up
in.
yourself, Moosie. Thanks for having me every week. You don't know,
You
we
know the
love.
badness already. 443
Mm-hmm.
Ball Talk. You know,
No
art of love
small
and
talk.